She gave him everything she had, all her love, trust, and devotion. But in the end, he didn't just break her heart, he took it for granted. Her name was Maya, a woman full of life, warmth, and an unwavering belief in love. When she met Daniel, it felt like fate had finally brought two souls together. They shared long walks in the park, late-night conversations, and moments of laughter that seemed endless. Maya believed in their future together. She trusted him with her heart, her deepest secrets, and every dream she had for tomorrow. From the very beginning, Daniel seemed perfect. He was charming, funny, and his eyes always sparkled when he looked at her. He would tell her things that made her feel like she was the only person in the world that mattered to him. Every promise he made felt real. He told her he would always be there, that he would never hurt her, that they would grow old together. Maya believed him. She gave him everything she had, her heart, her soul, her trust. And in return, she only asked for one thing, for him to love her as much as she loved him. But over time, things began to change. At first, it was small, a missed call here, a late text there. Maya told herself it was nothing, that everyone gets busy sometimes. But as weeks turned into months, the signs became more obvious. Daniel's calls grew less frequent, his texts shorter and less affectionate. The time they spent together became less meaningful. Instead of deep conversations, they were now filled with distractions. His phone, his work, his friends. Maya started to feel like she was losing him, but she didn't know why. She asked him if everything was okay, and he assured her that it was. Just work, just life. She wanted to believe him, wanted to hold on to the man she had fallen in love with, but deep inside, a part of her knew something wasn't right. The love she had given so freely, the trust she had placed in him, seemed to be fading away, like sand slipping through her fingers. Then one evening, it all came crashing down. Maya had planned a special dinner, just the two of them. She cooked his favorite meal, set the table with candles, and even put on the dress he had always complimented her in. She waited and waited, but Daniel didn't show up. Hours passed, and still no word from him. It wasn't until late that night that she received a message. "Sorry, something came up. We'll talk later." Maya sat there, her heart sinking into her chest, her eyes filled with confusion and hurt. He wasn't coming. He had taken her for granted. The following days were even worse. Maya tried to reach out to understand what had happened, but Daniel was distant, cold. He avoided her, his responses curt and emotionless. It was as if the man she had once known no longer existed. She found herself questioning everything. Did he ever love her? Had all the promises been empty? Or had he just used her, taking her love for granted because he knew she would always forgive him? One evening, after what felt like an eternity of waiting for answers, Maya decided to confront him. She met him at the same cafe where they had shared their first kiss, hoping for some closure, hoping he would finally open up. She looked into his eyes, searching for the man she had once trusted so completely. Instead, she found a stranger, someone who no longer cared, someone who had moved on while she was still stuck in the past. "I gave you everything, Daniel," Maya whispered, her voice shaking. "I gave you my heart, and you took it for granted. What happened to us?" Daniel's face was unreadable. He didn't apologize. He didn't seem sorry. "I'm not the person you think I am, Maya," he said. "I never was. I've moved on. I think you should too." His words hit her like a punch to the stomach. In that moment, she realized that everything she had believed in, everything she had hoped for, was a lie. He had taken her love, her heart, and tossed it aside when it no longer served him. The man she thought she knew had been gone for a long time, and the version of him that remained was someone who didn't care. Maya walked away that day, her heart broken, but somehow a little lighter. She realized that the love she had been giving wasn't the problem. The problem was that she had been giving it to someone who didn't deserve it. She learned that love couldn't be one-sided, and she couldn't keep giving herself to someone who didn't appreciate her. Over time, Maya found healing. She stopped waiting for him to return, stopped hoping he would change. She started focusing on herself, her career, her passions, and her friends. Slowly but surely, she rebuilt her life, piece by piece. She learned to love herself again, to trust her own worth. And one day, she woke up and realized that she no longer thought about Daniel, no longer felt the ache in her chest when she remembered how he took her heart for granted. She had moved on, not for him, but for herself.